Okay, we are working on the pegboard project. At this point, we're on part number 3. And what that is the actual pegboard itself. We've already made a square peg and a round peg. And now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and make the pegboard itself. Looking at the directions here, we've already gone through and labeled the front, top, and right side of the pegboard from the picture that was provided. Now we're going to make it itself on Inventor. So it says here in the directions to first create a pegboard part that is 3/4 of an inch in height and 5 3/4 inches in width, and then 3 inches in depth, with holes that will accept the round and square pegs we designed. Okay, so let's just first start with the rectangle. Right, so I'm going to go up here to rectangle, and it says here that it has to be 3/4 inches in height, 5 3/4 inches in width. And right now, if you see the blue segment, you want to zoom in on that a little bit, the blue number that's up there. Okay, that is our width, and it says there it's supposed to be 5 3/4. And Austin, what is 3/4 in decimal format?
0.75.
Okay, good. So I'm going to put 5.75. All right. And then I'm going to hit tab. And then it says it needs to be 3/4 inches tall. So in this case, I'll just hit 0.75. Enter. All right. And then it says I need to extrude the object or make its depth. So you can see the word extrude and depth are the same thing. So I'm going to hit E, and then I'm just going to simply hit the number 3. And as you can see now, I have the pegboard without the holes in it. So now it says I need to make a circular hole and a rectangular hole that will allow the pegs that we've already made fit through there. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on the top surface of the pegboard, and I'm going to simply create a new sketch on top of it. All right, and then I'll start with the circular hole. What I need to do is give myself enough room. You can see the dot. It's hard to see, I know, but there's a dotted line that protrudes across the center of the top surface here. And who remembers what the diameter of the circular pegboard was? Yeah. It was 1 inch, so good. So we're just going to click one time here, hit the number 1. Okay, there's my circle. And then I also need to make a rectangular hole. So I'm going to click on rectangle, and then I'm going to come over here so that this is lined up with the top of the circle I've already made. And I'm going to go ahead and make that. And that needs to be 1 by 1 as well. So 1, tab, 1. All right. Now, what should be the next step if I'm trying to turn these two shapes into holes? Yes, Garrett.
Extrude the other way.
Okay, so I'm going to hit E. And he's right. I'm going to click on each object I'm interested in working with here. And instead of having it come straight out, I'm just going to simply hit the cut button right here. So I'm going to hit that, which informs the shape, or it commands the computer program to take the object the other way. And then I'm going to hit OK. And as you can see now, I'll hold F4 down to rotate the object. Now I have a pegboard with the proper holes that will allow the two shapes we've already made to actually fit in and out of them. And that's how you make the pegboard top.